Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Humbo here, bringing you a brand new video, and today we're going to be going over why your creative skill level is not transferring over to arena and tournaments and how to fix that issue. I would just ask that you guys make sure you watch this video all the way through to the end. I will be giving great tips all the way throughout to improve, so if you want the best results, make sure you watch the full thing. Also, guys, if you could drop a sub with notifications on, that means the absolute world to me. Road to 100k Humbo. Let's go, baby. Let's get that YouTube plaque. Also, guys, I live stream on Twitch every single day, so make sure you guys should check that out. The link is in the description to my Twitch. And yeah, without further ado, man, let's get in this video. Thank you guys so much for coming to the channel today. It's time for another Humbo banger. Let's go. All right, getting right into it. The first major difference that you guys are going to see between arena gameplay and creative gameplay is going to be ping, guys. I know this is a very talked about, very complained about subject, probably the most complained about subject among players, and it is for a very good reason. Ping is one of the biggest factors in your timing when it comes to editing, building, and aiming. It is also going to affect your muscle memory a ton, just all in all. So basically, the problem that most people are running into, unless they're on like really good ping, is they're going to get, let's say for example, 30 ping in creative, and then they're going to be playing anywhere from 45, 50, even 60 ping in arena, and all that practice you were putting in creative, even if you're doing box fights, even if you're doing zone wars for hours, or practicing your tunnels or Mongol classics, whatever you're practicing it on a way different delay set, as I'm sure a lot of you have realized. And this is in turn causing a lot of people to get very discouraged when they're going into arena to try all of these different techniques they've been practicing endlessly and they've gotten down really consistently, and all of a sudden they have no consistency. They're all over the place. They're missing a lot of edits. And guys, the best way by far to counter this is, number one, be mindful of it. You have to sit there and say, okay, I know that I'm going to be on delay. I'm accepting that fact. I'm not going to complain about it. It is what it is. I cannot go as fast as I can in creative, which really sucks for a lot of us, including myself. So tip number one, you have to literally go slower through your edits in arena. You have to be more deliberate about what you're editing. You can't just go through it really quick with the same type of click timing and confidence that you had before. You have to learn how to slow it down a step in accompany for that delay, because it's going to be there no matter what you do. So number one, account for the delay. Recognize that there's going to be delay no matter what you do. Boom, done. Number two, you guys need to be practicing your mechanics as much as possible on your regular ping. This is almost why I wish there was a setting in creative that you could turn on that would give you in-game ping, right? It would literally make your creative laggy so you could practice on that type of ping. I would love that. But the counter to this, make sure you guys either, number one, are playing in like creative fill lobbies that give you higher ping like they do for me. Personally, if I go into a big creative fill lobby, I'm going to be getting pretty high ping, so that works for me. Also, you guys can be practicing your mechanics literally in arena. Go for it. Try stuff that's outside of your comfort zone in arena. Try to get used to that delay when editing, and also stop playing so much creative, stop editing so much in creative if you want to start to see that improvement in arena and tournaments. That's what I did, guys. I literally did a creative fast where I stopped playing creative for days at a time, and I would literally just play arena, just get on the grind. It was really bad at first. My mechanical timing was very off, but literally, as we've talked about on this channel many times, your timing will get better right in front of your eyes just from putting in the work, and also from staying away from creative, because every time you're going back in there, especially if you're not being mindful of it, you're going to be on a way different delay set, and that's going to mess you up in the long term all day. Another huge issue that a lot of people are running into that are branded as creative warriors like myself is when you're really making that switch to arena and competitive, which is super fun, you can get really frustrated as well, because you get in game and let's say you do end up hitting all the moves, right? You've been practicing, your mechanics are starting to get used to that ping adjustment and that delay adjustment, and then you cannot finish the kill. Your aim is subpar, because guys, let's face it, if you're a creative warrior like I am and was, you are going to be facing a lot of problems with aim, because it just simply isn't that important when you guys are doing 1v1s or zonies. You can really get away with mechanics. You're also always having that same purple pump. Usually in creative, you're using that spaz, and that is going to be a huge crutch for you to lean on. Once you guys are getting into arena, you're dealing with op rip fights where you have to use various weapons, just like ARs, pistols, SMGs. You have to have good tracking, close to medium range, all that type of stuff, right? You're in shambles a lot in game, or you're using a variety of shotguns. You're using tacks and levers and charges and all these different things. You're going to have to become a much more well-rounded fighter, and you're not going to have the confidence at first, and that's okay. I definitely am going through that myself, and I've seen huge improvement this last month, so I know you can too. And just to list a few ways that you guys can really see big improvements in your aim fast over this next month, I'll go over a couple things right now. And the first thing is going to be something that I definitely struggled with a lot, and that is going to be trying to be way too fancy when you're in the box or just up close and personal with duos or trios, solos, whatever. You guys are basically trying to do so much edits and trying to do so much piece control, and a lot of it is unnecessary. There are so many situations where it really does just come down to an aim off. You need to forget everything that you know. You need to pull out your AR, pull out your SMG, and just get in someone's face. And you need to hold that click down and get the kill in, right? Or you need to exploit it and quick that someone. You know, there's a lot of situations like this, and for people that play a ton of creative and are always having that clip mindset, a lot of times you will try to over piece control and you will get caught with your builds out a lot while the other person is literally just spraying right into you with the P90. I'm sure we all know this feeling, and it definitely can be very frustrating and annoying because at times it feels like you're trying to have a chess match and trying to really play the game at a high level, and the other person just isn't thinking much at all. They're just getting in, right? And this sometimes is just the alpha mindset to have in arena, especially when you're with a duo or trio and you're trying to psycho a single player on a team to get them down one. You're trying to focus one player. You have to get in right away together. There's so many situations like that where you literally just need to turn off your brain and go. I'm telling you guys, this will help you a lot when your mind stops worrying about the edits, stops worrying about the builds, and all you're thinking about is getting in and just hitting those shots, and that's all that's on your mind. And after you guys have started to put that into practice, then you need to add on daily aim training to your practice regimen. Whether that's Kovacs or aim dueling, whatever you guys are interested in, you need to be putting in 30 minutes to an hour a day on aim practice every single day. And I would recommend, because you're clicking on this video, that you should replace the time you normally spend free building and editing and creative, and you need to replace that for aim time. That's super, super important, right? Because look, a lot of aiming is actually mental. I think about 20, 30, maybe even 40% of aiming, depending on the person you are, comes from your mindset and your mentality in a game. That's why on certain days you can be super, super confident. You're hitting your shots. You're playing very good. You're playing very confident, as we just said. And then the next day you can get right back into arena and you can hit a shot and you're playing in shambles and really inconsistent. And this is a big, big issue, especially for keyboard and mouse players who have played a lot of creative, right? So we don't have such a consistent aiming muscle memory built up. We haven't been playing a ton of arena for super long. So that's why it is extra important that you're getting that aim repetition in every single day with an aim trainer of some sort. Guys, if you can build up that muscle memory, I promise you in a month's time, your aim is going to be at least 2 times more confident. You're going to be finishing those piece control clips. You're going to be playing just so much better all in all. It'll also help your 1v1 gameplay, zone war gameplay. Highly, highly recommend it. Let's get into the next thing. And now, guys, we're going to be talking about how playing creative really hinders your situational awareness and situational intelligence in game. I have so many situations where I do find myself running out of mats prematurely when rotating. Even if I'm end game in a tournament, I'm overusing mats on my tunnels, or if I'm getting height, I use more mats than I need to do so. Situations like that are causing me to run out of mats early. They're also causing me to take damage because I'm not protecting myself in a realistic way. A lot of things like that happen, man. I'm sure you guys can all relate to that. And the big thing that is going to be important is going to just be being mindful of it, right? We're all going to make these mistakes on our progression journey, especially if you're trying to become a really good arena and tournament player. There is really no way around making those mistakes. The best thing you can possibly do is give yourself the highest volume of practice that you can. You need to be playing tons of scrims, tons of arena. I wouldn't even really care about my arena points. Just grind it out, man. Don't overthink all that stuff. Drop off rip a ton. Learn how to play with 3 builds, 5 builds, a couple mats at the beginning of a game. Learn how to tunnel efficiently, take height efficiently, learn how to cover yourself well. All those things that I'm talking about is through experience and nothing else. So the higher volume of experience that you have day in and day out, which means playing way less creative, way more in game, way more scrims, not worrying about your arena points, taking as many fights as possible. All these things, guys, is going to be the key to improving 3, 4, 5 times faster than your counterparts who are trying to become really good arena players, or if you're trying to catch your friends who are already really good arena players. Whatever that situation may be, high volume of practice is the answer, man. And something that I think is really important for all of you to keep in mind when you are trying to get good at arena and really make that transition into becoming a good competitive player, this is something that's helped me out a lot, and I try to say it to myself multiple times a day, man, and that is that if I was able to get that good at creative, right? I was able to get really solid edits, really solid builds in creative when I was practicing and focusing on that. I am really sure that I can get really good at arena and really good in-game and tournaments, get good IQ for rotations, all that stuff. I can learn it because I've already shown that I know how to put in work and get good at a game when I put my mind to it. I was just working on a different portion of the game. Now I transfer that mindset, transfer that work ethic into this side of the game that I want to, and I know I can achieve it if I put in the time over a few months. I know I can get way, way better. So guys, with that, just make sure you have that confident mindset, man. Make sure you guys have that growth mindset and believe in yourself. And that's your boy Humble, man. Make sure you drop a sub if these videos help you out in any way possible with that note he's on. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.